crazy because you're gonna be, if it's bad, you're gonna be reborn and feel that second death because Yahweh is gonna make true on that, man. That's crazy. You're gonna probably be asleep, wake up, and you're gonna be falling in the lake of fire. That'd be wild. That's wild, bro. That's wild to think about, man.
You talking about like Lake of Fire here, like the missiles?
No, like Lake of Fire when Christ is like when he was like, because he say I'm going to resurrect them onto the lake. You know, you will feel that pain, death by pain. You know what I'm saying? So like, just imagine you died and then you brought back. Cause remember he says those unto everlasting life and those unto everlasting contempt. And that's that judgment of the lake of fire. So imagine you sleep, because we sleep in the spirit realm. And you wake up, you dropping into like just fire and molten. What they say, like molten glass, like flaming glass. Like, bro, come on, man, that'd be crazy. And those things should. That's why Paul said we persuade man through the terror of the Lord, man. That should scare the hell out of you.
But like, what makes a fire though? Because I thought that was bondage and things like that sort.
No, I was like how it say.
Unless you being resurrected.
I'm talking about
what's the nuclear fire thing that's
No, I was talking about how because America is gonna die from nuclear destruction. I'm talking about when you have to feel that death by pain in the second death. Remember, like people gonna die before that, but they still gotta feel the second death. So they gonna be resurrected. Remember, it says some onto everlasting life, but some onto everlasting contempt, and that contempt is feeling that second.
I thought so. My opinion, I thought the first death was the water of the flood. I thought the second death was the nuclear fire.
Yeah, second death is you could say nuclear fire, but like second death is also But say you dead before that.
Oh, you
still gotta feel that because he says you still gotta feel that pain.
If that's your lot.
Yeah, if that's your lot. Yeah. So that's why I said, man, the Bible, hey, it's a scary book.
And that's another thing, man. What about everybody all around the world in these other places?
That's why brothers. That's why some brothers are gonna have to. You either teach it the way that it's now has been coming out, where when we gather. Remember, it says I'm gonna bring an offering unto the Lord. Those brothers are gonna be faced with getting down with a Mashiach Yahushai or not, and you getting thrown into that lake because you still have to be regenerated into the kingdom because you got to be brought through that fire. You're either going to be seen as gold or you're going to be seen as chaff and wood.
That's next. So you get there and you buck up, and the Lord teleports you to like a week ago. So not saying it necessarily a week ago, but teleports you into that.
Oh, like some I know what you're saying.
Back in time in the fire. Oh man.
Hey, man.
You know what I mean?
Crazy. Yeah,
that's what the Lord do.
like because they're operating out of time. They're not in space and time.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is that because that's what it should have already passed. But so you far you know your line, that line is already cut and you about to beat and you just ain't seen it yet.
Yeah, that's a crazy. That's a crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Man, I'm scared of the Lord.
That's why the Bible says it's a fearful thing falling into the world. Yeah, you got brothers, some brothers are like, man, I'm really getting what happens to me. But guess what? Yahweh knows. Yahweh knows you care about your family. You care about your daughters or your sons that you may have. Or that girl you with. When you have that girl getting ravished right in front of you, then your head blown out, man.
And the only reason why that would be possible is that she is a wicked woman,
Right.
And they say a wicked woman is giving on to a wicked man, So that could be exactly it, that would be justice. If the Lord said it, that's just justice.
They say that women will be ravished. I mean, hey, if you're saying one of them cheaper niggas, and you don't think you gotta do anything, and your wife is stridently trying to find truth, and you're not leading her in truth, that can happen. What's going on, brother? You a Christian? Okay.
Hey, repent, brother.
We gotta repent. America's gonna be destroyed, brother. We gotta wake up to these last days.
You die in the land of your captivity.
So yeah, that's a crazy word.
And we know that the son does not die for the sins of the father. Because the father died for the son. So that would just be a judgment of the Lord.
On that boy's life.
Yeah. That's scary life.
That's why I said
it is what it is.
Because some brothers are going to be responsible for their families getting put to death. That's the sad reality.
But ultimately, you know, yeah, because what does it say? She teaches with her lips, or with her fingers or something. It's in Proverbs. Because it can be argued that they learned this from you. Bring it out.
This is the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 17, and verse 23. And when Alephio saw that his counsel was not followed, he saddled his ass and arose and got him home to his house, to his city, and put his household in order, and hanged himself and died, and was buried in the sepulchre of his father. So man, at the end of the day, before he had left, hey, he put his household in order, man, to let them know that they got to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Set them on right. So, then we can see in various places in the New Testament where Yahushua gave salvation to a man's whole household because he was repentant of his deeds and he was walking in the right. So, a man being the head of his household and you walking in that newness of life and keeping the commandments, man, you're going to be responsible for your family's salvation. Everybody's responsible for their own, lots and what they have to do. But a father, like you said, is where he's going to lead them to damnation. An evil woman is given unto an evil man as well. What good thing can come out of a corrupt tree? Deceit.
I'm going to read from Proverbs chapter 6, starting from verse 12. A naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a forward mouth. He winketh with his eyes. He speaketh with his feet. He teacheth with his fingers. So a lot of that, fingers, teaches with his fingers, you're teaching the children by your actions.
Right.
Does he see you slapping up your mom? What do you see you in the back breaking down a bag? Does he see you serving customers? He what was the other one? He speaketh with his feet. Well, so what are we gonna be about, son? Okay, well you notice, what are you going to? Where are your feet leading you to? Does it take you to I would say like a work that isn't exactly evil, Are you going to the righteous path, like like at the gates of the city as we is, preaching the word? Or you enter into the house of the whore? Remember he says the woman it spoke on the woman that sits in her window waiting for the she was waiting.
They passed by, taking over, and brought him in the tapestry of our house. Yeah.
Enter not in or whatnot. Well, there you have it.
I got precepts on that too.
Yeah, bring it out.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, and verse 21. For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps. But these steps, ultimately, what you're supposed to be walking in is the steps of a Mashiach Yahushua, man. Not in the steps of goddamn Folly, or goddamn Franklin Saint from damn Snowfall or something, man, or Ghost from damn Towers. Supposed to follow a Mashiach Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man. It says that the law is like an oracle, a lamp unto our feet. So that's what we're supposed to walk in, man. And a man is known by his gait, man. A man is known by his gait and his walk. That's what they say in Iraq. A man is known by his gait and the way he walks and what he believes in. The way you differentiated yourself back in the day. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people look like each other. So how did people differentiate themselves? They differentiated themselves by the culture in which they kept. You knew if you saw a brother, you was walking around you're not necessarily in Jerusalem. You're probably trading something, going somewhere to trade something from afar off to make some money. You might see a brother with some fringes on. You like, hey, what's going on, brother? What's going on, Ak, or however we were talking back in the day. So a man was known by, the practices that he was keeping, man.
Proverbs chapter 7, reading. Actually, just like it. Read from verse. Start from the beginning. My son, keep my commandments and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments and live. And my law is the apple of thine eye. bind them upon thy fingers, write them upon the table of thine heart. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding my kinswoman, that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words. From a window at my house I looked it through my casement, and behold, among the simple ones I discern among the youths.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
A young man void of understanding.
But I don't think he was white.
Okay, that's good.
Passing through the streets near her corner, and he went the way to her house in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. Hey man, what's going on? You shouldn't have went in there. As you read in Proverbs chapter 1, he said, "Enter not."
And that's also a cut on how the Jewish people believe that you have to have the laws written on your finger and a damn phylactery on your head. Well, then how are you writing the law on your heart then, right there?
Yeah.
Well, you going to get a tattoo? Come on, man. Well, I be saying, like, and then you have people that be like, the Yellow Dean know what they're talking about. You niggas don't know what the hell you're talking about. You know, that's literally telling you to just meditate therein, day on night. Whatever you do with the works of your hands, you should be meditating in the law. It literally says in the Bible to keep a wise man engulfs themselves in the prophecy.
Yeah.
Meditate on the book day and night.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 15. My son, walk not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path, for their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. You know? We trying to separate ourselves from these people. You believe in God, brother? Hey, brother, come back to the Lord, man. Repent.
That's right, brother. I don't think he was listening, man.
He was.
That's why in his headphones. I think he heard it.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
I think it's probably close enough we can just walk it.
Run. Thank you.
Where's the waters?
Read some more on that. Second Ezra, chapter 8.
Loki is the waters.
It's like in chapter 13, reading from verse 25. This is the meaning of the vision, whereas thou sawest a man coming up from the midst of the sea. The same is he whom Yahweh the highest hath kept a great season, which by his own self shall deliver his creature, and he shall order them that are left behind. And whereas thou sawest that out of his mouth there came as a blast of wind and fire and storm, and that he held neither sword nor any instrument of war, but that the rushing in of him destroyed the whole multitude that came to subdue him. This is the interpretation. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen which I shewed thee before, and then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending.
Hey, that's another prophecy too. Like, how did he see? How would Ezra have known, or like being related to that Yahweh Shai ascended when he didn't live at that time? Like that means he had an immense understanding and an immense revelation too.
Yeah.
That's interesting to think about. It just says the Son of Man that ascended. He didn't see how should I go back up on the Mount of Transfiguration. So that's crazy. Because that means he must have had, when the angel came down to him to relay to him a lot of revelation, that probably could have been one of the things that he saw, the Mount of Transfiguration. Christ was being transfigured.
I see what you mean.
Because you see what it
when
says
he first
that.
went up there?
Yeah, it says
Yeah.
to a man, saw as a man, and who should shine the temple and shoot before thee, and then my son be declared. See, my son be declared, who down saw us as a man ascended. So how did he know about Yahweh ascending on the Mount of Transfiguration if he wasn't? That's what I'm saying, bro. That's crazy, man. I mean, he had immense revelation that was given to him. That's how he wrote when the Babylonians destroyed everything, he was able to rewrite everything with the information that the angel gave him. You know, him and his scribes, man. That's crazy, man. Ezra was a very pivotal part to us, retaining a lot of the information we had. We were goddamn Chaldeans destroying our damn temple, man, and burning our damn books.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it works. Hopefully before Wednesday.
Solid on that.
Solid.
Lord. Call all y'all by name. Read from verse 34. And an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them willing to come, and to overcome him by fighting. But he shall stand upon the top of the Mount Zion, and Zion shall come and shall be shewed to all men, being prepared and builded, like as thou sawest the hill graven without hands. And again, all men's gonna see it again.
Right.
Shall be shewed to all men. That's gonna be massive.
Crazy.
And this my son shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations, which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest.
Right.
And now, when it's referring to rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations, isn't necessarily saying, oh, this thing is bad, like the car is bad because it's just not a chariot like that.
Right.
You know, it's actually talking like he's gonna destroy them, because they're gonna come against them with what is it? They got drones. They got who knows what a sort of weapons they got.
Submarines.
You know, the modern sword, the modern day
Right,
sword. You
right.
know, and chariot is what they coming with. Modern day sword, chariot, sling.